Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the brand new Pat McGrath Under Eye Blurring Powder in the shade Yellow. This is it here. I put a post out on our community page to ask you guys whether you were interested in it, whether you were intrigued by it, whether you wanted a video on it, and the answer was yes. So I'm really glad that it came in time for me to do it for you guys this week. I'm also going to be sharing with you guys some swatch comparisons with some of her other products and also some other products that might be similar. So if you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We would love to have you in the Slap family. And without further ado guys, here is the video. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the brand new Pat McGrath Under Eye Powder in the shade Yellow. So she has a light, medium and deep. I did actually have the shade deep, and literally at the beginning of this video I just dropped it and it smashed everywhere. I managed to salvage a few crumbs, so I'm going to be showing you some comparisons with that and also the loose powder as well that she brought out, which is very yellow. I got it in medium 3 and that's very yellow, so hopefully it will be a good comparison in case you've got that one and you're wondering whether you should get the blurring under eye one. This is £24 and $30 and it came in 3 shades. It now has an extra shade, which is the shade Yellow. I never really got on with the original deep shade, mainly just because it left a bit of a shadow, a white cast under my eye, but I feel like this yellow one is going to counteract that. So it says, perfect your under eye with flawless, even illumination. Created for use on its own or paired with Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer, this weightless powder provides the ultimate finishing touch to any eye look. Its delicate silky texture sweeps on effortlessly to blur fine lines and imperfections. Light reflecting properties deliver a luminous lifted effect with an incandescent soft focus finish. Light, medium and deep shades are expertly balanced to match and enhance your unique skin tone. Yellow powder is a versatile formulation that can be used alone or with your regular shade as a targeted way to brighten and spot neutralize redness. Upon application, eyes look awakened, bright and perfectly primed for colour artistry. It says that yellow pairs with concealer shades 5 to 18, the deep one pairs with concealer shades 29 to 36, medium pairs with shades 15 to 28, and light pairs with concealer shades 1 to 14. I've got the concealer in the shade 26 and I went for the shade deep, so maybe I should have tried the shade medium. So it says application. After applying your concealer and under eye powder to your regular shade, add a sheer sweep of yellow powder to neutralize redness or discoloration. Dab on to bright and dark areas of the face with the concealer brush. Sweep over cheekbones for a hit of subtle illumination, apply on brow bone to lift and achieve a natural looking highlight. It's saying that you can use it all over your face, all of those high points of the face to kind of brighten them. So I'm definitely going to try that. I think on one side I'll try it on top of the deep shade and then on the other side I'll just try it on its own. This is the packaging of the under eye powder. It comes in her signature foil packaging with her signature sequins. I thought she'd stopped that. I thought she'd moved on from the sequins. The last package I got from Pat McGrath, it was vacuum packed, but it didn't have the sequins. I was very happy that she'd become more sustainable and conscious of the planet, and it seems like she's made a little bit of a step back, but there are less sequins in here, so that's good. There's not as many as usual, so you know. I actually really love her packaging. It's super fun. It's got the little powder here. On the front it's got a label that says Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder, 4 grams and 0.14 ounces. Loose powder is 5 grams and 0.17 ounces, and I remember when I reviewed this that was quite small. I think the Laura Mercier one's like 11 grams. The Dior one is 11 grams as well, which is quite big, and the Charlotte Tilbury one, the Airbrush Flawless, is 8 grams. So this one is bigger. This one's half the size. The Charlotte Tilbury one is £30 and $45. The Pat McGrath is £24 and $30. This one is definitely a bit more pricey. Pat McGrath is a very high-end luxury brand, as is Charlotte Tilbury, but I feel like Pat McGrath tends to just trump her on the price point, and also a lot of the time, especially with her bigger palettes, the innovation as well. So I'm just going to cut it open. This is it here. I really love the packaging of these powders. I feel like they're very cute, they're very compact. I like the fact that they're domed, but I guess that's not that helpful if you are stacking up your powders. My powders are kind of all over the place, so it doesn't really bother me that much, but I do think this is very cute, very portable. It does also have a mirror in it. It's like the world's smallest mirror. It's so small, but it is helpful. At least she gives us a mirror, unlike the Dior one and the Kosas one where there was no mirror. This is the shade here. It's really bright, it's really nice. I think I like it a lot already. It's very bright. I think it's probably going to be a little bit light for me, but I think it's really pretty and so nicely packaged as well. And even though it is a small powder, it doesn't feel small because it's domed. You feel like you're getting quite a lot in there. I definitely feel like this is much more my undertone. Obviously it is yellow, but it's much more suitable for my skin tone undertone than the dark one was. That one's a lot more cool toned and a lot more white undertoned than this one. So anyway, I'm just going to show you guys the packaging and then I'm going to get into the demo. And just to be helpful, hopefully, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder in number 3. She has released a number 4 now. This is the new Pat McGrath Yellow Under Eye Powder. That is the Pat McGrath Deep Under Eye Powder. This is the Pat McGrath Setting Powder in medium 3, which as you can see is probably a bit more yellow actually than the under eye one. The under eye definitely does have a white shift, whereas the yellow one is much more of a true yellow. And then here is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, which is a very similar colour match for the Pat McGrath. But as you can see, the Pat McGrath one has a bit more of that white shift in it, whereas the Charlotte Tilbury doesn't really. It's just kind of brown all the way through. I do feel like I really like this shade, but when it's swatched, it did have a bit of that white reflect that the brown deeper one did as well. So that's the only thing that's a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm just going to give it a go. As with the other one, there is quite a bit of kickback in the pan, but it's not the end of the world. So just gonna do this side as I would normally do it, just sweep it under my eye, and then on the other side I'm going to use her concealer brush as she recommended, and I'm also going to use the deep one first and then put the yellow one on top. So that's it on one side. I don't know if you can see the difference. I definitely feel like I can see the blurring around here. Yeah, it's definitely blurred and smoothed this section out, and it doesn't look too white actually. So on this side I'm going to try and do it with the concealer brush, and I'm going to use the deep shade first, or whatever I've got left of the deep shade, and then I'm going to come in with this one and put it on top and see how it goes. This is the deep shade. So this is the deep, and this is the yellow. Definitely don't see a huge difference, but I do feel like this side is a bit brighter. I'm gonna try now the yellow on top with her concealer brush as she recommended. That is it on. I'm just going to give you guys a close up. I'm going to put a bit more on this side. It's very smooth, It just glides onto my skin, really effortless. It feels completely weightless. And I feel like it doesn't add any pigment, it just brightens. So I actually quite like this a lot. So this is a close-up of the yellow powder on its own, and then the yellow powder on top of the deep powder. So that is the yellow powder under my eyes. I actually feel like I like this. I don't know why. I just think it's really, I do feel like it's brightened my face and it's just kind of lifted. As you can see, as soon as I put the deep one on, you could see it kind of just shift a little bit. And I don't know if it's just in my head, but I feel like it just looks a lot more shadowed when I use that deep one. But I feel like as soon as I put the yellow one on top, it balanced it out. I think you can see from here, it does look brighter. It really does look smoother. It definitely looks more blurred. So I actually really like this powder. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but I was actually expecting it to be a bit more yellow. As you saw, I have the medium 3 loose powder, which is very, very, very yellow, and I was expecting this to be like that, but because it's very micro fine, it's very translucent, you don't really have that pigment, which I don't mind, because when I swatched it, it did shift a bit white, and I was a little bit worried that it was going to look a bit white under my eye, but I think that's just the reflecting qualities of the powder, because I think it's actually really good. It's really brightened under my eye, it's really smoothed under my eye, and it just looks a lot more smooth. I really like it. I definitely like this one a lot more than I like the deep one. So if you did try any of the other shades and you didn't really get on with them too well, and you've got a yellow undertone or a deeper, richer skin tone, then I think this could be a really nice shade for you. It's really brightened. It is very translucent, it's very blurring, it's very light reflecting, but I look so much smoother here than I did a minute ago, and also here. I really like this a lot. It does remind me a bit of the Dior one, and it's a lot cheaper in dollars than the Dior one. So if you were tempted by the smoothing effect, the blurring effect of the Dior one, but thought it was a bit much for your budget, or you wanted something with a mirror, or you wanted something more compact, then I think this could be a really good option. And I think it works really nicely all over the face, just because it is so fine and it is so translucent in a way. It doesn't say it's going to be translucent, but it's not pigmented. It just reflects the light and powders me down and blurs me down. So I do really like this. I think it's really nice. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you would like me to do any more powder videos, or you want me to do any comparison videos of powders, I feel like that could be quite useful. I've got quite a lot of powders. If you want a video comparing some of them, let me know. That can be my next favorites, or my next just my collection showcase. I definitely have more powders than I do blushes. Definitely have more powders that I like than I have blushes, so maybe that could be a good video. Otherwise, I'm thinking of doing a glowy, dewy, highlighty video next, which I'm very excited about. I don't know why, I just feel like I just want to share. So let me know in the comments down below. I will also put a poll up as well. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for giving me the green light to get this, because I really wanted to get it. I really wanted to try it, and I'm really glad that I have. I would definitely recommend this product, and I think if you were let down slightly by the deeper shade, or maybe the medium shade or the lighter shade, then I definitely would recommend giving this a go, especially if you are looking for something light reflecting and yellower toned, although it's not really yellow toned, but it definitely doesn't give a shadow or a cast or anything like that. So I do really like this. I think it's lovely. Really love the way it has blurred my face. So yeah, hopefully you guys found that helpful. Hopefully you found it useful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We would love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.